Hello, everyone. Welcome to Echoes of Elsewhere. We are here with these wonderful people, and we are trying to tell the story about normal people who are caught between two worlds. There is the dark, oppressive nightmare world of Barovia, and there is the more modern, gothic shadows of New Eden. And these are two separate places, but somehow our heroes have found a way to cross from one to the other. And I'm Keith. I'm your GM. I'm your keeper of secrets. And these are the people who are making Echoes happen.
I'm Leah Sky. I'm playing Blake Emberlich. And last episode was not the first time Blake has run from the cops.
Tony Keone. I'm playing Elliott Knight. And last time was not the first time that Elliott has worked with the cops.
Hi, I'm playing Professor Gregor, and he's really enjoying the change of diner food as opposed to rations, iron. That were it's a vast improvement.
Hey, I'm Edie Jones. I'm playing Vince Pascal, and for the first time in a while, I'm actually playing Vince Pascal, but there's still a dragon in my brain, and I don't know why.
And Vince, tell us what's going on right now. Where are we at?
We, long story short, or maybe long story medium, we were hired by this group called the Circle of Light to investigate the disappearance of some people from a tent at a circus in a parking lot. And when we got there, a bunch of stuff happened. We ended up in a different tent that appeared out of nowhere, and talked to a fortune teller who did a fortune. And then we were enshrouded in mist and ended up in different bodies in a different world called Barovia. And Vince was suddenly a giant dragonborn, which he could not cope with. And he found himself, as time went on, lost in that dragonborn's mind. And then all of a sudden, in the last episode, he's back. He's Vince. He's lying in the parking lot, and he doesn't know what's happened. He's having trouble coping. Meanwhile, Blake runs off after something, and there's a tent on fire, and everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. We run away to a side alley and get picked up and taken to a diner where we're trying to cope with what's happening. Meanwhile, there's still a dragon in Vince's head, and he doesn't know why. And that's sort of where we're at.
Sounds like a fair assessment. You guys are currently in the diner. You have Dr. Elliott has pulled up video footage of the events at the circus. You realize that this creature that Professor Gregor has identified as a ghoul was there when the fire started. And this creature attacked somebody and drug him into the tent. And around this creature's neck was a gold medallion that bore the symbol of Count von Zarevich, the ruler of the land you had just left, the person whose face you had seen on the coins there. Take a deep breath. You look around. Vince is shaking a little bit. I feel like Blake is probably shaking a little bit too, but probably for a completely different reason. All right. So what's going on? Jimmy and Danny are in the cars. They're waiting for you in the cars.
That's good of them. I wonder if they're having like their own cool little chit chat that we're not a part of. Like,
There's a whole side adventure with Jimmy and Danny.
a side adventure. Maybe they like knew each other from back in the day and they're catching up. You know.
So it's like when the superheroes get together, the Justice League, all the sidekicks have to go into their own little back room and have the conversation.
It's just a closet with a cardboard sign that's tilted.
Well, this is a ghoul, and I've considered whether we ought to reference the lore of this world or attempt to see the lore of the other one. I think we can pretty conclusively say that we can use the lore of the other world. I believe that, as Blake pointed out, their route through in between the worlds doesn't change them at all. And so if they're making use of some sort of supernatural creature, they probably brought it with them. And so it might be worthwhile trying to reference our passengers for information on this being, rather than trying to research it here.
Well, that's a good idea. Vince asks Rex, you see one of these before? And has Rex seen one of these before?
Roll a 20-sided die for me, please.
Hi. I can do that. Roll D20. 13.
13. He has seen something like this before. So before he came to Barovia, he wasn't native to Barovia. He was from somewhere else as well. He encountered these type of creatures. They were raiding a village, and he was one of the ones who had gone in to protect them, be a guardian of the village, before the mist came and brought him to Barovia. He had not seen one in Barovia, though.
What happens, what you guys see is Vince's eyes go a little weird, and you hear Rax's voice come out of Vince's mouth. And Rax says, I have seen these. I fought them in my homeland before whatever happened took me to Barovia. And these are horrific creatures and vicious. We fought for ages against them. And then something happens and Vince is like, get out of my mouth. Stop that. I am in control of this body.
And the waitress comes over around that time, and she puts the menus down and asks if she can get you something to drink. And she's giving Vince the strangest look ever.
You must try the orange juice.
Dr. Elliott, are you doing anything? Are you doing anything at the moment to make it difficult for someone to recognize you?
I think that when he got back, he's back to having like his hoodie up and his hat down. You know, the classic like Captain America hiding in the crowd look.
Okay.
But what he is definitely doing is he's back to like communicating with Diana and having her scan these the video, and what he's looking for is who it was that got killed, and then trying to find if we can find a camera angle of when we came back in. Which the came back in should be at least a little easier because be at the like very end, should be somewhere in that range.
Do me a favor and make a computer use roll. Regular success, you're going to see the camera angle of what happened. A hard success, she'll find the information for you about who was killed. She will eventually find the information for you, but the difference is like, will she find it in the next 5 minutes versus will she take her like hours to do it?
Gotcha. That's a 4.
That's a 4.
That's a 4 out of 80.
Okay, that's I think that's really good. There is a moment where you go back to the camera where the tent was, and there's no fog that's coming in. You just see what looks like bits of sand and dirt that are being pulled together and matching up, and the outline of a person begins to take shape, and it's gray at first, and then it starts to look kind of flesh colored, and then clothing starts to appear on it, and a backpack in one case, and you see yourselves materialize very slowly lying on the ground. It's like a reverse Thanos.
Yeah. Okay. Is that going to be a sanity check, maybe?
Oh, I think that's worthy of a sanity check, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think this is going to be one. This falls in the realm of fail or succeed or not. You're taking a hit.
Yeah, and I did fail.
Weirdly, I got an extreme success.
Too.
I also got an extreme success.
Can you? Okay, if you succeeded, you take 1 point of sanity loss. If you failed, I need you to roll a d6.
Ooh.
Oof. 5.
5.
Ooh,
All right.
5.
Dun dun.
Blake, would you be so kind as to make an intelligence check for me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
I believe this is the case where you would like to fail the
Yeah,
intelligence
yeah.
check.
Well, it depends on
Yeah,
what
you
you
do.
want out of life.
Oh, yeah, it depends.
The
If
game-
you
the game's more
succeed, you
fun
get
if
to
you
have a
succeed.
crash out in this diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Oh, that's
Oh, God.
the worst thing that could have happened.
Oh, no.
I don't think this gets any worse because you that
You
happened.
understand the hell out of this.
Yep, just no shadow of a doubt.
Yep.
Like that panic that you felt back in Barovia, that panic you felt when this thing threw a trash can at you, that panic you felt when Vince comes running towards you, overwhelms you in this moment. You can't be in this diner. You can't be here with these guys. You have to run. You need to find someplace safe to go. You had thought to run before. You knew when you got back here, you had to flee. You had to get out of here. This was no longer your business. That's how you feel right now. You run or want to run from here.
Okay. This has been fun. I'm gonna go. Away from here. Vince, could you let me out?
Yeah, because Vince is also leaving. He passed that sanity check, but he failed. He failed a coin flip, and he sees a liquor store across the street. So that's where he's going.
Okay. Yeah.
But he doesn't
Professor,
tell you that.
Doctor-
He's letting you out.
I'll see you guys. Nice.
Elliott doesn't even process that anyone else is speaking. He is just staring at his hand, and he's like trembling a little bit. And he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a pocket knife, and he just slices a finger real quick, just to see if it's full of sand.
So I'm going to go kind of reverse order. Professor Gregor, you see 2 of your companions stand up. They start to leave. You see Dr. Knight take out a knife and start cutting into his flesh. Reminds you of you at the Big Top earlier in the day.
Professor Gregor's like, check, please.
Yep, no problem. The check is coming over there. Vince, you are getting up. You start to walk away. Blake, how are you leaving? Describe
Front
this
door
scene to
as
me.
fast as possible.
Okay.
You
run to the front. You get to the front door. The waitress stops and is everything okay? Was something not to your liking? Are those men bothering you? They look kind of creepy.
It's just I just gotta go. I'm just gonna ignore anything else she says.
Okay, and she lets you go. You get out the door. You see the SUV where Danny is sitting. You see the town car, I believe, that Jimmy is sitting inside of. They're not having a secret meeting of sidekicks as you step out the door. Are you going to go to the car? Or are you going to just go left or right? Tell me how you're getting out of here.
I'm going to look at them, and I'm just going to start running. Like, I'm going to run away from them. I'm just going to run down the sidewalk and maybe into a back alley. Like, I don't want them following me. I'm headed somewhere to...
You hear the SUV door open. You hear Danny call to you, calling your name, trying to get your attention, but you just keep running. You ignore him. You run, and you find yourself in a back alley, once more next to a large overflowing dumpster. And you fall down and wrap your arms around your legs, and you are shaking in this moment. To the left of you, just as if it had fallen out of the dumpster by some mischance, is a wooden doll with long brown hair. Yarn.
Which doll is this?
It's just a wooden doll.
The wooden doll, okay. Blake is trembling and shaking and starting to cry a little bit. She's going to pick up the doll and just, like, throw it against the alley wall.
You throw it against the alley wall. do me a favor. Just make a raw strength check.
It's a success.
You throw it against the wall, and as it hits the wall, it explodes. The pieces of wood just shatter. Arms go flying, legs go flying. The head falls on the ground. It rolls over. It's got little googly eyes at you, and they're kind of rolling around in the moment, and then they stop.
How far from home am I?
Pretty far. How far do you think? I mean, you're in downtown, like you're in the center of the city, and I feel like you're probably more on the outskirts.
Yeah, I'm in Old Town, so it's a good 2-hour walk at least.
Yeah, it probably sounds fair. I think at the moment Blake is alone. Vince, you are also alone as you step out. You have that moment where you try and think, do I follow Blake or do I go get the bottle?
I go get the bottle. That's what the coin flip was.
Yeah. So
I go get I go get a bottle.
okay. You go get your bottle. You have it. You're standing outside the liquor store with your bottle in the plain brown plastic or paper bag. Dr. Elliott.
After seeing that he is bleeding blood, he wraps his finger up in the napkin, stands up, pulls out just whatever money he has, doesn't count it out. He just drops it on the table and walks out. It's probably like the largest tip this person has ever seen in their life. And he just doesn't say anything. He walks out, goes and gets in the car with Danny and says, I think I'd like to go back to the circle. And he also pulls out his phone and texts
everybody. What about your companions? I saw Blake running off. Is everything okay?
I don't know. I just need to get where I'm going, I guess.
Okay. He puts the car in gear and drives off. And as you're driving off, you see Vince walk out of the liquor store, bottle in hand. Or bag of bottle in it.
I haven't taken a drink of it yet, but that might be another coin flip. I haven't decided yet.
Yep, you have the bottle yet. Professor Gregor, you're sitting in the diner by yourself. Your glass of orange juice still there.
It's really good orange juice.
It is really, it's really good orange
squeeze.
juice, and I think Professor Gregor, looks at the orange juice, and I think he's like
MVP of the episode.
It would be a waste of orange juice. And so I think he moves one of their chairs, puts his feet up, he rifles in his sort of bag, and he pulls out a book. And he sits in the diner reading a book and drinking orange juice.
Just like, okay, I guess this is happening.
Yeah, I think he doesn't take any immediate action.
You realize that anything you want from this diner, you can get Dr. Elliott left out of cash here to cover whatever bill.
Yes,
you
I think he needs to think and not about this for a little bit.
Everybody
Vince
gets a text message that just says, heading back to the circle, P.S. not Terminators, good news, ?
Yeah. What?
Cut his hand open, was looking to see if it was actually anything else.
Not Terminators. Oh, I see.
So Vince throws the bottle away without drinking any of it.
You throw the bottle away. Vince, as you throw the bottle away, your phone rings.
Hello?
On the other side, you hear Detective Sophie Mills' voice. Is this Pascal? I've been trying to reach you.
That's me.
I just had one of my officers say that they saw Dr. Elliott Knight at the circus, and that everyone was okay. We've been looking for you since around 4:00. Where did you go?
That's a really good question. We were investigating the disappearance of these people. I cannot account for the last 6 hours. Just to be honest, I cannot account for the last 6 hours, and I'm not going to try to make something up. I don't know where we've been.
She pauses. Have you been drinking?
No, almost, but no.
Do you need me to come pick you up?
I mean, if you'd like to. Why?
Tell me about the last time you saw Ben Williamson.
Ben Williamson.
That's the director of the circus.
Well, yeah. So I suppose it was 6 hours ago.
Do you know where the rest of your team is?
They're kind of scattered. Well,
tell me where you are. I'll come get you.
I'm at this liquor store. And actually, I would like to leave this liquor store ASAP because there's a chance I might go back in. And I don't want to do that.
You can see Professor Gregor still in the diner through the window.
Okay, so Professor Gregor's in this diner reading a book. I don't know where the heck Blake went. Dr. Knight went off and did his own thing because, of course, he did. And as far as Ivan, I couldn't tell you.
I'll come get you.
Yeah,
just
sure.
Wait by the diner. I'll pull in. I'll be there.
Okay.
5 minutes. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go back over to the diner and just pull myself away from the liquor store, looking back at the bottle I bought that's now in a trash can and not picking it back up again.
5 minutes pass and the detective pulls up. But while that's happening, Blake, you have been sitting behind this trash can for a while, processing everything that's happened. Seeing your body form out of nothing was not how you expected your day to go.
Thing about this day has been.
Are you going home?
I have a similar thought to the doctor, and I pull out a knife, and I'm also going to see if I can bleed still.
You can definitely bleed still.
I think when I see that, I start looking at the doll. And I'm going to try to just put the pieces in my backpack and walk out of the alley.
Okay. You pick up the pieces of the doll, you gather them together, you put them in your backpack, and you walk out of the alley.
If I look at the diner, can we say that has the police arrived there at this point?
I think when you come out, Jimmy's still there in the car. The SUV is missing. You see someone pull up, and Vince is standing in front of the diner by himself as someone pulls up. You see the door open. Vince, Detective Sophie Mills is in there. Are you going to get inside?
I get in. I'm barely conscious of the world, as it is at the moment. I'm dealing with a lot. So somebody offers me help. I'm not really concerned about who they are. I'm just getting to get in the car.
You get in the car and you drive off with the detective. Blake, as they drive up the road, they pass right by you, and you can see in the window that he is with Detective Mills.
Yeah, I say, do you want to pull over? There's Blake. Do you want to pull over and pick her up?
She does pull over.
Blake pulls up her hood and walks into the alley. Yeah, gets away from them.
Goes away.
Can I get out of the car and try to chase Blake down?
You can, yes.
Okay. So I get out of the car and I go, hey, Blake, what's up? Are you okay?
What's your movement speed there, Vince? And what's yours, Blake? I'm assuming you're going to run from him.
Moving rate 8.
Yeah, I thought Blake would be a little faster.
Okay, but so you're just going to run away and I'm calling after you.
Yeah, you hear him calling after you.
Maybe she'll text you later, but Blake's not going to respond to you shouting. She's just going to run.
Okay, well, I stopped trying to chase you because obviously I'm not going to catch up. And I go, well, I guess she's going there. That way. I don't know.
Rax is wondering why you're so slow.
Rax, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way fuck up. Rax, get all the way off my back about this.
Blake, you are running off on your own. I assume from what you were saying earlier, you're going to try to head back to the Circle of Light to Rosewood Manor.
No, not right now.
No. Oh, that's right. When you said you're doing what Dr. Elliott was, it wasn't about trying to go back there. You were checking to see if you're alive.
Yes, I'm finding a place that feels safe, and it's definitely not the Circle of Light right now. I'm trying to make my way home.
Okay, you're going to start making your way home. Let's say about an hour passes, maybe 2. Where do we find you all in 2 hours? Clearly separated. Everyone has gone their own way.
Well, I'm wherever Detective Sophia Mills took me.
Where do you want her to take you?
Right, I'm going to go back to my apartment. That makes sense.
She's very quiet on the drive there. When you arrive, she asks if she can come up and talk to you.
Sure. Why not?
She follows you up into your house, your room, and you have, as you open the door, your paintings there, some artwork you haven't worked on for a while.
And several roommates.
Several roommates. There is a strange number of occurrences of doors in the artwork. Are your roommates there?
Yeah, there 3 or 4 of them are there probably.
Would you have a conversation with the detective in front of them, or would you take them into?
I take her into a room, probably the bedroom that I share with 1 or 2 other roommates, and kick them out so that we can talk privately.
And there's a little whispers here that you just brought a woman home, which they have never seen before because they don't know the context of what's going on. So,
I mean, is she wearing anything police identifying?
If she opens her jacket up, you can see she has a badge on her belt.
Okay. All right.
But other than that,
but she's wearing civilian clothes otherwise. Okay, that's fine.
She's not wearing it. She's not wearing a police uniform. She's wearing civilian clothes. She clears off a place and sits down. Can I see your hands, please? And she takes your hands and she looks at both the front and the back. She goes, "No. Do you carry a knife?"
I do not carry a knife.
Do any of your friends carry knives?
Yeah. Dr. Knight, I think, has one. Maybe Professor Gregor. I'm not sure. I think maybe even Blake has one. I'm not sure who all has knives. I haven't really paid attention to that.
And you haven't seen Ben Williamson for about 6 hours.
That's correct.
Last time you saw him was at the circus, the big top. Did he leave by himself, or did you leave?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just being completely honest with you. I cannot account for my whereabouts over the last 6 hours. I do not know where I've been.
She takes a small pen light out of her, out of a pocket, and she lifts it up, and she flicks it on, and she puts the light up to your eyes.
Yeah, I let her.
It's okay. You all went missing. The folks at the circus were still there. But I just got the call maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. They found a body in the burned circus tent.
They did.
I was told that Dr. Knight was there. And they've identified the body, or at least they're pretty sure they know who it is. It was Ben Williamson.
Oh.
He was.
How did he die?
He was stabbed repeatedly.
Oh, good God. Well, that's horrifying.
Current theory is that someone started the fire to conceal the murder.
I mean, that's entirely possible. I don't know.
Did you find anything about the missing people?
You know, I mean, Vince at this point is trying to determine whether to sound insane and tell her what he actually knows, which is what he experienced in Barovia, or not. And he goes with not, and he says, I really don't know. No, we didn't find anything.
Do me a favor, don't go out of town for the next couple of days.
That's totally fair. I get it.
I'm going to need to talk to you again.
Yeah, I get it, totally. I'm on, You have my full cooperation. Absolutely.
I'm afraid your involvement in the missing people, that relationship you had with the police department, we have to put that on hold right now. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah,
You
totally.
might want to get some sleep and get maybe some water or something in you. You look pretty wore out.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, okay. You want to see my art? I got some pretty cool art.
What does Rax think of your art?
Rax doesn't know what to make of the art. He's not an artist. He's a musician. He's he thinks it's cool, but it's completely out of context for him. He has no idea. The style is not something that
I was wondering if is this a possible bonding moment for you and Rax?
No, probably not.
Because
Rax is actually just as scared as Vince was in Barovia, because Rax is still not sure what he saw in that. Rax saw the video of them materializing, and what that tells Rax is that he disappeared from inside that house, in the middle of all of that, and he's left these people, and so did all of the rest of them, and so the Ismark and his sister and Mary are now completely vulnerable, and they don't know what the hell happened to all of them. So Rax is panicking about that, and also still trying to take control of Vince's body and mind, and failing. And Vince is, so there's not a bonding moment. There's a moment of struggle there.
And just imagine, Rax has seen a computer. He's seen a video playback. He has been in buildings where electric lights are. He has seen the sirens, the fire department spewing water everywhere. He's been driven in a car.
There's a lot of that, and yeah, Rax is losing it a little bit.
The level of magic that he is seeing right now is beyond comprehension for him.
And I mean, basically, I think Vince is going to say that to him, just like, look, you live in a world that operates under certain rules, and magic is part of that. We don't have your kind of magic here. We have what we call technology, and technology has allowed us to have things like this electric light, like this laptop, this computer, where I can type things in and see the world. And you saw a horseless carriage. We call them cars. It's just, we live in very different worlds, Rax, and that's just the nature of things. I don't know why you came with me here. I don't know why I was put into your mind in your world, but that's where we're at. And Rax is trying to wrap his brain around that.
Detective Mills leaves. You are alone in your room.
I think a couple of my roommates will come in and say, "What was that about?" And Vince says, "Nothing. None of your business. Go away."
All right. You are in your room. I'm going to jump over to who would like to go next?
I'm happy to, but I can also go after.
Cool. I'll have Professor Gregor go next. Tell me what you're doing.
I think he spends some time, a little bit of time in the diner. I think he calls Jimmy over so that they can hammer out where Professor Gregor has been officially for the past few hours.
Okay. Building your cover story.
Yeah, building having an idea of an official story for where he was for the past few hours that he can establish.
It's at least a 3 OJ kind of night for sure.
Yeah, a 3 OJ kind of night. Well, after that sort of settled, I think he heads home, and because I think so from Professor Gregor's point of view, there are answers here. There are several, like, mystery of where the people went and who took them. It's not like solved, but he knows the culprits are known, are a known entity, basically. Not a known entity, but we have at least a name for the culprits. And we have an idea of what has crossed over to threaten us here in the Ghoul. But ultimate answers, like what they're doing and who they are, they live in the book that is in the other world, and within the and hopefully some answers about the Ghoul might live in the mind of Father Gregor somewhere. And while he can't access the book at the moment, he does understand that he might be able to pull on the mind of Father Gregor. And so I think on his way home, when he arrives at home, he locks himself away with some curios and some old manuals on various mental things, and is going to try to call up this secondary knowledge source, maybe some sort of automatic writing, if anyone knows what that is.
Yeah, cool. And I will let you know that although you've been on the go in these bodies since this morning, you don't feel exhausted. It's like the time that passed when you were in Barovia did not have an effect on your bodies here.
Interesting.
So
Professor Gregor, I just want to, he doesn't feel like the release, like, I don't know if you've been, like, if you wear a heavy backpack for a very long time and then take it off, you feel like sort of floating. I don't imagine he doesn't feel that way about, like, chainmail. He's just not like, oh man, I feel so free, you know? That doesn't happen. He just feels like stiff, like he's been laying back and his neck hurt, on his back on concrete and his neck hurts.
Yes.
Basically, okay.
That tracks.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he heads home and does that and probably doesn't get that much sleep.
Cool. Go ahead and make that automatic writing check. That'll be an occult check. We're just kind of getting in touch with your inner priest.
Self-hypnosis.
What check?
Occult.
I can use hypnosis.
I'll let you use hypnosis.
All right.
It's going to be an extreme roll to get in touch and do this, though, because you're...
Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's have a look. Nope.
Okay. So you're trying, and you've got some doodles there, but nothing that seems to really click with you.
No. He falls asleep in his on a desk in his basement, I think.
Okay. You fall asleep on your desk in your basement. Blake, what about you?
I make it back to my studio apartment in the Havens neighborhood after kind of walk for a while, then catch a train and make it back there.
And by the time you get back there, you're in control of your emotions.
Yeah, well, I want to pull out an old notebook.
Okay.
And this notebook belonged to my notebook belonged to my mother around 12 years ago before she passed. And at first I'm just going to idly flip through it. But there's something that has compelled me. There's something I remember barely. And ultimately, Blake's sitting on her futon, her cheap used futon with this notebook, and she turns to a page. And on that page, she sees something. She sees something written on that page that she stares at for a little bit. And then I think on that page we see something like, in the land of mist and shadow, he feeds on a bounty of souls. In Barovia it begins, but there it will not end. And Blake looks at that, and I think in a repeat of what she did earlier, she's going to kind of close that and just push it away from her. She's going to kind of toss it across the room a little bit and just sit with that for a while.
Okay. You're sitting there. Dr. Elliott, you have made it back to Rosewood. You're there by yourself. Danny's there. Mr. S comes in. He is in some baggy PJs and a t-shirt. Completely out of character. You almost always see him in a suit
Hey, we need to talk.
Yes, we do.
I don't know
Where are
if we
the
need to
others?
gather the others. I don't know. We went our separate ways. I can guarantee that last time I saw them, everybody was fine. Well, everybody was alive. But we do need to have a conversation. The first thing I'd like to know is, what the hell have you signed us up for?
Tell me what happened.
All right,
I
let's go
think
inside.
when he says, "Tell me what happened," I think that's where we're going to stop for right now. So you can give him the recap of what's going on, and we'll pick that back up when next we rejoin in Echoes of Elsewhere. So thank you very much, everybody. Let's wrap this up, and we'll see you soon.